I'm starting with the sheepfold and the scout camp. I will try to look for middle. I see wood in the fog of war. That's a nice indicator because that way I should be able to find middle relatively easy. Because mind you, in these normal Northgard games, the whole map is mirrored. So I should be able to find middle here, and it should be this way if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe this is cut off. I'm not sure. I might be unlucky here, honestly. Yeah, it is cut off. Damn, okay. Wait. This is cut off too. There's middle. I might have taken a very bad way to scout middle from. Okay, I hope I can scout this one next at least. But yeah, middle is around here. Maybe I can sneak the enemy wood. So, first of all, if you play the goat clan, don't panic. Just build your first sheepfold. Build your first house if you are around like 40% on the next villager spawn, and you'll be fine. Yeah, I will just go from the bottom to the middle, which is pretty bad because this way, like from the top, would have been a little bit faster, I guess, but it's still fine. So, like I said, start your house if you are around 50%. This house is a little bit early, but it doesn't really matter that much because if you remember, all your buildings use upkeep. Even your houses have upkeep. So essentially, if you build a house, you reduce your upkeep of the year, like you increase the upkeep of the year, and you reduce the coins income. And that means you'll have less coins at the end of the year, the more buildings you have. Right? You want to get middle for goat, because your 200 fame bonus is super good. You get 2 additional sheep, your food production of the sheep is increased by 10%, and you can build an additional sheepfold, which is just insane. Just really, really good. Okay, since I have 3 sheep, I will opt to go for a woodcutter here in order to build a 3rd sheepfold. Usually I would have maybe like skipped the woodcutter even, but since I have like at least 3 sheep, even more maybe, I'm opting to go for that. Let's see if I can even get middle. I really hope I can at least get the wood if I can't get middle here. Also, thank you for the resub, Kaito.
He is back. Good to see you, mate. Larsma 2 heart.
What the fucking ride.
What a fucking ride indeed.
What a fucking ride indeed. Thank you so much, Kaito. Sublights. Okay, let's see if they have scouted the wood here. Thank you, Cameron. But yeah, fame victory is usually not the deal with the goat clan because you don't have that much fame compared to, like, let's say the stag or the owl. But the 200 fame nevertheless is a huge boost. Wait, this is so weird. Okay, I think if I see the wood and if I see scouts on middle, I will not even try to go for the middle with the scouts, but I will take the wood instead. Is trade victory ever viable? Maybe in the back, but not like in itself. You shouldn't like fully focus on trade victory. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, I don't see anyone on middle, so I will try to grab the middle. And the best thing is I can grab the wood on my way back after taking the middle. The only problem I have here, I don't have the lore stone scouted yet, but since it's a wolf... Oh. Okay, I have 1 wounded anyway, which is honestly fine. Just make sure to keybind your 1 wounded unit so you can sacrifice that later on. And like I said, build a sheepfold as soon as you have the wood. I think I can stop my woodcutters right now and just collect food. Is Wolf the best clear clan? I wouldn't say Wolf is the best clear clan. Wolf is a good clear clan. And I think Eagle might be the best. Lynx is really good. Honestly, all the clear clans are pretty balanced as of now. So I got the middle. That means I'll have access to my 200 fame faster. I will now get the Nastrand, and on my way back, it's your job to feast in November. Like, nobody here will be able to feast. Maybe the wolf will be able to feast on a good spawn, but apart from the wolf, nobody really is able to feast. So let's get the Nastrand ASAP, send the scouts back after the Nastrand, and then feast in November. Yeah, CTRL and then 1. Like, always keybind your wounded unit. I usually like keybind my wounded unit and my scouts. It's a little bit awkward because I'm not scouting my first ring right now because I'm getting my wood and I'm getting the Nastron, getting the Gate of Helheim. But I will scout my first ring afterwards, and the wolf will just be fine. He has enough things to clear. He will clear the lore from the rat, he will clear maybe even the 6 foxes. This will take quite some time anyway. Right, so we should be fine here. I'll maybe even house myself a little bit, but that's alright. Hello, I got the game gifted from a friend when it was discounted like 1 week ago. Any tips? Playing stag only. Don't build too much. Don't build too much. Just bank on food if you can. I'm banking a little bit too much on food. Let's go for this. Just realized. And honestly, I think the Nastrand here is fine. I can just send one back right now because I really need my first ring scouted. So the wolf can clear this properly. And then I'll have 2 things in mind. One thing, I want to colonize all of these tiles to get my 200. And second thing, I want to feast in November still. Yeah, and the wolf needs to clear these because, yeah, he needs to get to goat. Okay, for some reason, I sent both of my scouts back. Okay, that was not planned. I'm trolling. I'm legit trolling. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's set up for the feast. You'll clear the one bear. Wait, that is so funny. Now he'll get some of the Nastrand as well. Always take Sharp Axes. Sharp Axes is such a useful lore. One of the strongest lores in the entire game, honestly. This is so funny that I actually sent both of my scouts back. Is so funny for me. So funny. Alright. And that's your feast. And even though you have like so much food, mate, now I didn't get all the wood from the Nastrand. Ah, unlucky. And my lore is open. Always assign the non-wounded villager to the lore stone if you can. And always assign the wounded villager to build. Because wounded villagers don't have a malus on building. They build at the same speed, but they produce 20% less. Not that much, but at the end of the day, it's like these small things that make the difference. So I can now get the Jogger tomb next, that's why the wolf is clearing that. And maybe... yeah, actually, maybe even take the Jogger tomb right away. So, next is you want to mine in winter. So that's what I'll do. I'll build a stone mine in winter. I'll build a food building because that's what I wanted to do anyway. Because I am the one who has to feast. And make sure to always build a second woodcutter. Building a second woodcutter is very important. You always need a second woodcutter. And then I can take the tomb and maybe even go for an early chief to collect the sheep on all the tiles. Can't really scout the map. But you want to like use the winter to build, you want to use the winter to have like 2 scouts out at all times. And you want to use the winter to mine your stone at least. So these are assigned, and You should like minimize the amount of like normal workers you have. So the tomb is cleared. I will colonize that and then I'll build the sheepfolds. Honestly, on this tile because it'll decrease the the wood consumption, the firewood consumption in winter. Food building and silo because I want to feast after 500. I want to keep feasting even after my 500. That's why. Also, hello James. Yeah, perfection is a lot of small things done well. Exactly. So let's scout. There's enemy deep scout. For whatever reason. Pretty weird. Alright. Okay, there's one sheep there. I wouldn't mind not taking this, but taking the runes here instead. Because I just need access to the iron. Okay, the eagle is standing menacingly in front of my tile. That is fine by me, and I can use the time here for... It's gonna be boats. I really like boats. I have a circle here, but I don't think I can have access to this circle. Okay, shipwreck, that's the rat's shipwreck. Because there's stone here, and rat is one of the late game clans. So that's not mine to take, that's the rat's to take. And at this point, I think I will need a brewery at around 14 population. You won't need a brewery earlier than that. Like 14 is absolutely fine. Let's build a brewery as well. These are the last tiles I'll scout. This is enemy already. Enemy. Always ping that if you know that. You can see it if you like try to scout it and it's only saying see in enemy territory, so you know for sure that this is enemy territory. So I'll scout this one up, I'll scout this one up, and then I'll send the scouts back. Thank you, James. Ahoy, Recoil. What's up, what's up? So, always type if you have an elf attack. Oh, that's a very early elf attack. And both of my scouts are wounded. That means 3 of my... Okay, he's not killing my elf. So I'll have to kill it myself, which is far from ideal. So usually your clear clan or like your semi-clear clan will take care of the elf. In this case, nobody took care of the elf, so I'll have to kill it. And they will most likely lose 2 units from it. And this is exactly when I am thinking about just getting my chief. So like I said, let's get the ruin. And since I want to feast more, after this, I'll try to go for more food. I want to have at least like 2 to 3 more feasts this year. I'll even upgrade my food building before that, just so I can have more feasts. My favorite clan is Stoat. And it's not even close. Yeah, I think this is better. Not taking this. I think taking this would be greedy. It's better to go for 2 boats. It's usually better to go for 2 boats anyway. So let's collect some food. Mining 1 stone is usually fine. And since I am the goat in the wolf red matchup, I will be the one to scout. So I could destroy the scout camp, by the way. The scout will still scout the ruin once he's there. But I will try to go for more feasts in a second. 4 wounded is so bad. Maybe I'm actually considering going for a healer's hut. I really don't like going for a healer's hut, because if I get my 500 Thane here, I'll get my heals anyway. So let's feast here, and we should try to keep feasting. Feasting is very important. So you're mining your stone. You'll feast. I will get a chief. Next thing is making sure I have enough gold. Like, gold production is super important. So 2 gold buildings at least. At least that is the plan. And maybe, if I have Jörds, placing an altar. Honestly, I think I'll just build my training camp and my longship dock. That was not the longship dock I wanted to destroy. And then I'll feast again. So let's have a building break. The miners will be finished in a second as well. And I'm not even mining the iron, because after getting the tomb, the Draugr tomb, I'll have access to 15 iron. Which is basically access to forage my sailors, my warriors, and get the chief. And that usually is enough. So let's go for another longship dock. Get the chief out, and once I'm finished with the training camp, I will feast again. What situations do you think about building an altar? Right now, if I want to get to 500, for example. So, like, if the game is slow enough to get 500, then I would build the altar. So, wool trade is really good. Now your sheep generate ruins as well. And once I'm done with the building, I will feast. Okay, nice. Let's kill the dogs and then I'll feast afterwards. I should be able to feast twice. I play my cards right. Yeah, I scouted like a lot this game, so pretty sure we'll be fine. I guess I'll need this stone for a scout if I place altar. I wanted to feast twice, so I'll feast right now. And with the altar I should have my 500, which means I can feast again afterwards. Huh? So yeah, honestly, I think I'll try to get the stone here. And since there were sheep, I'll try to pick up the sheep on this tile as well. Let's try to feast again. Then place altar, and then I should be on 500 and all my units will heal. Yeah, I don't have camps because I feel like I can afford it. Yeah, and I can pick up the sheep here, which is really nice. And the enemy eagle just dropped out because he can. And with the Jörds, I will forge my sailors and my warriors. That's super important. Always forge your gold and your units. And I didn't build any camps up until now, but I will build my camps now in winter. I'll have industrious and Jörds, and that means I can build an altar. You should always build an altar in your back, like on your first ring, or even better on your main. Forge your sailors, and then forge your warriors, and you will be ready. Yeah, the red ignoring the shipwreck and the stone is super weird, but it is what it is. I'll take the stone here, because that's what I need in order to scout. Kinda greedy. So I'll build my stone mine there. Maybe even tower this. If you have like tiles which are easily accessible for the enemy, just tower that. I know I said don't try to tower too much, but in this case you can tower it. And the other buildings, other war camps are going there. So once you have the 500 and your altar, you will have a free feast. You can feast in winter as well. You can feast in winter as well, just fine. So this works. Just want to finish the building here. And the ox trying to contest this makes a lot of sense. He's just being super annoying. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'll get the tower done. And once I have the tower done here, it's much harder for him to enter. Right? So you're basically finished here. I need to rebuild the scout camp, so that's what I'll do as well. And then you're basically set. How did you get progress to the trade victory? Because of the wolf killing the neutrals, yes. But yeah, usually the feast would have meant that all my units are healthy again. Not the case right now, but it'll get there. I'll get there. And your convert should be like around 12 to like 16 at least. Right, that's what you're aiming for. And since I'm the one who has the scout, I'll send a scout to the enemy now. Maybe try to feast again, I'm not sure. How many sheep do I have? Let's try to slaughter like 2 more sheep. Yeah, I can feast again. Upgrade scouts. So your scouts can scout enemy territory. Just fine. And yeah, then I can feast afterwards. Okay, so enemy ox is dropping out as well. Kinda sad that we did get a no game but it is what it is. You should try to aim for like 550 to 650 kroons in order to first convert, because that's like around 12 for your convert. But yeah, that's these are the basics. You start with the scout camp and the sheepfolds. You try to go for middle. You hoard food, buy all the tiles, all the surrounding tiles. Try to hit the 200 very early, and try to feast for your team. I didn't play this perfectly, by the way. I'm sure most of you guys will be even better. But that's like the general idea.